Hey folks, GPAT here. Welcome to spring semester. I should not be laughing, but wow, life, right? Anyway, so here we go. This is a walkthrough video and of just the interface for our course. Chances are you probably already made it to Canvas, but this is Canvas and I'm going to walk you through some things. From there, we're going to go from Canvas to Google Docs, which is our fun landing page for this course. We'll talk about that. And then to Slack. Okay, so there's some good things in this video that'll help you navigate. So in Canvas, you'll notice that it is not super duper complicated. You'll see on the left-hand side just a handful of links. The ones that are going to be, I guess, important. The first thing you'll see is this message on the home screen, which is a welcome message. Welcome. So this is like my welcome message to you, and I just want to make sure that you see it because it gives you all the good things, right? Just tells you all the things, all right? So from there, shocking no one, the next thing that you're going to want to see is our syllabus, right? So that's helpfully uploaded there for you. And then the only other thing on here, there aren't any modules. I've got everything linked as pages because, again, I do things on Google Docs. Trust me, it's much more simple. So the weird thing about Canvas, there's only weird things about Canvas, but it kind of defaults to when you go to pages, you can be like, wait, it's the welcome message again. What the hell? So just go to view all pages. There you go. And then you'll see the other pages. Now, right now, there are two. There's the welcome page, and then there's the Unit 1 course schedule. When I build out the other parts of the course schedule, there will be more links to the different parts of our schedule, right? So if we click on the Unit 1 course schedule, you will see, right, our lovely course schedule for the class. So that is the view on Canvas, all right? Now, the important thing to keep in mind is that you can actually also access these documents, and I kind of recommend it through just Google Docs. So you can double click on these things, they'll open up, and then I would just save them. So in particular, the course schedule, and I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so this is our course schedule as a Google Doc, all right? And I make sure that we can see okay, there we go. So there's some things that I want to tell you about our course schedule first. What is it? It's not just like, hey, what we're doing that day very vaguely and homework. It's like super detailed, right? Like this is the interface for our course. So I'm using Google Documents to kind of create this sort of interactive landing page that is super duper useful, which is why we're not using Canvas, because it's trash. So anyway, the first thing at the top that you're going to need to know is that at the top of every part of the course schedule, and these will all be hyperlinked here later on, but you're going to notice that there's a legend that includes access to every document that you'd ever need. So our syllabus, an invite to our Slack space, don't worry, I'll get to that, our readings folder, and then the different course schedules, and they're going to be all linked together. So once you have actually opened up one document by the end of the semester, you won't even need to go back to Canvas to get to the other things. You can just click on the hyperlinks because the same legend will be at the top of every unit with every single link. So they're all connected like a barrel of monkeys, okay? So that's neat. Right. The other thing to keep in mind is that when you open the course schedule down the left-hand side, you may not see this. So if you don't see this lovely table of contents or document outline on the left-hand side, when you open it up, just go to view and make sure that document outline is checked. And the reason why I say that is because this is a really useful feature. So let's just say that you're like, okay, well, it's Tuesday, January 25th. You don't have to scroll through the entire document. You can just click on January 25th and be like, oh yeah, here we are, right? Or what's for homework on Thursday, January 20th, and it will just bring you right there. So it's a lovely feature. So just kind of keep that in mind, all right? So make sure that your document outline is open. Other things to know about the schedule, aside from the fact that it's, organized in such a way, is that anything that I want you to do, like if I want you to read a certain document, or if I want you to be participating in a particular discussion forum in Slack, don't worry, we'll get to it. Everything is linked, everything for homework, everything. So you're not gonna have to search for shit because I've already done it for you, which is why we only have one unit because they take so long to create. So anyway, just sort of know that that is the case, right? That everything that I want you to interact with is exactly where it is in the document in the order that you need to see it, all right? The other thing to know is that when you have homework, it is going to be helpfully flagged in a text box. There's going to be green font, and it's even going to tell you, hey, like this is when you need to have that done. All right, so that's how the document in general is set up. All right. So just talking about the workflow since we've got this open. So what do you do? This class is remote. If you have read my welcome email, hope you have. But if you haven't, the gist is you, at the beginning of class at 2:30, you open up the schedule and you are going to scroll down to whatever day it is. So here, and it's going to say, watch me, Dr. G's daily forecast. And you're going to see a video linked right here. Haven't done that yet. And it's just going to say, hey, this is what we're doing in class that day. And then the workflow is really simple. You're going to follow the tasks in order here. And one of the things that you're going to notice is that this is a flipped classroom where I'm not like lecturing at you on Zoom. I've curated and created these activities. They're going to have us engaging with class material in a really kind of fun way. And then we're going to be engaging with each other off video on Slack, which is this free chatting platform that a whole bunch of workplaces use. So it's not super useless like Canvas or Blackboard, right? Where it's just only for higher ed. Slack is actually useful. Okay. So we're going to be using that to chat with each other. So there's that. So you go down, you go to the schedule, you look at the first little video where I'm like, hey, here's what we do. And then we follow the tasks. And when you're doing a task, I'm doing the same task. All right. So, and then obviously, how do you get a hold of me? You get a hold of me on Slack, and we'll talk about that right meow. Okay. So Slack's cool. Let me show you Slack. All right. So I'm just going to click. Oh, wait, no, let me go to it. I have an invite. So the top of this where it says Slack, that's an invite to Slack, but I already am signed up for Slack and in our Slack. So what I am going to do is just, here we go. So one of the things I want you to do for homework is to click, introduce yourself. So might as well just click on this link. So you see, right? Like everything. Oh no, why are you doing this to me? Hold on one second. I'm going to pause this video because Mercury's in retrograde, and we're just going to pretend that weird link thing didn't happen because again, Mercury's in retrograde and there's a full moon in Cancer. There's just shit happening. So just pretend. Yes, I'm like this all the time. I know you're thinking that. Okay. So this is Slack. Slack is free. It's super useful and it's way more fun than like staring at each other on Zoom for real. Okay. So I go over this in like the printout of the course document, but what you're going to see down the left-hand side are some channels. And I always say like, hey, this is what this channel is for. But so the first one, like if you want to raise your hand in class, click on the Ask GPAT and you can type in your stuff there. All right. So just type in your questions there. You're good to go. All right. I'll answer them. Or if you're like, nope, super shy, you can also direct message me. You click on my name down here. All of the people who will be in the class will be at the bottom of this page. And you can just be like, hey, GPAT, got a question. So you don't always have to use the Ask GPAT if you don't want to. Floof therapy, share pictures of your pets because life is hard. And we all need to see pictures of your adorable pets. I don't think any of us ever don't want to see pictures of your adorable pets. The next thing. We have a follows channel. So we're going to be the theme for, not all Intro to LGBT Studies courses have a theme. Ours is going to be on, indie LGBTQIA musicians. And so we're going to be spending a lot of time on Spotify. So I'm going to ask you to create a Spotify profile. Don't worry. We'll get to that. Like literally first week of class. But you'll share your profile link, right? So you can see I've shared mine there and I'll show you how to do that. So that's just where we're going to have that information so that we can easily follow each other. Instead of clogging your email box, the FYI channel. So if there's ever a moment where I'm like, hey, I need to tell you something, instead of like spamming you with email, I'll just type it into the chat. I very rarely use this feature because frankly, there are so many ways that I've organized this course so that everything is so easy for you that generally when I need to tell you something, it's in that intro video. But sometimes it's there, right? Interest channel, this is just us introducing ourselves to each other, right? Playlist, again, music theme for this course. So if there's ever a musician that you want us to know or a song that we need to listen to, drop a link to it there. Give us some context though. Social space is just for y'all. I have noticed that in my LGBT studies classes, students do and have typically interacted with me on this page as well, but I'll check the vibe of the course and see. But in general, this is just kind of for us to interact with each other. You can use this during class. You can use this outside of class. I still have Slack courses that I taught a year ago where people are still using the social space channel in there. So that's cool. Do that. All right. So that's the social space thing. And then the remaining channels that will be here, and you'll see that this will become a little bit more populated, will all be like different things, like different sort of discussion forums. But the thing that I don't want you to stress about, all right, if you're thinking, oh God, there is no way that I'm ever going to remember all this, one, don't worry, because we're learning Slack on the first day of class, and that's all we're doing, okay? But on top of that, friends, anytime that I want you to click on a channel, you're just going to click on this hyperlink and it will take you to that channel. So you're not going to have to go rooting around for anything. All you have to do is click on a certain hyperlink like Floof Therapy and it will take you to that channel in our Slack, right? So you don't have to fuss around with anything. All right. So that is the walkthrough, my friends, for this class. So remember that it's, this course is, I know that it says on the schedule that it's like partially in person, but all that means is that I have to show up on the first day. And I'm going to be in the classroom by my own self, and I'll just be interacting with you online. All right. So, and if there's someone who shows up because they, don't get the email, I can just hang out with them on, there, but this is 100% for you. It's 100% remote. It's just me on the first day of class. I'm going to have to be in the classroom because technically for partially in person, I have to be there for one day. We have to have one day in class. But they didn't say that I had to make you go. So it's just going to be me and you can interact with me remotely. Okay. So it's going to be a good semester. I have purposely designed this course so that it is chill and I hope that y'all enjoy it.